To be there. Hey, okay, so all my friends, family, and Jesus family that are um, following me here. This is for you guys. So basically, I'm on my walk. I have chemotherapy tomorrow, starting tomorrow, March 2nd, and yeah, so it'll be. My father just came over, and like an hour and a half ago, they tried, my mom and him just tried to get driving coordination stuff, because my mom's eyes, she has something called dystonia, uh, which her body reacts a certain way with light, and so her eyes can struggle. So yeah, so, and I have a panic disorder, still struggling with a panic disorder, and that was officially diagnosed a few years ago. But that's why they needed to coordinate driving stuff, and my dad's helping me a bit with helping me and my mom with all that. So he's drove down here from Grants Pass, and yeah, so he's over at my sister's house, which is like, I don't know, 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away here. But what I want you guys to know, so I'm sending out messages tonight to everybody, sending out text messages of updates of what's happening this month, but I'm starting BEP chemotherapy tomorrow. I really don't, I guess I'm trying to think of a moment like how I'm actually feeling about this, but yeah, it's I don't know, like right now I feel tired from last night. I didn't sleep as well. I didn't get as much sleep as the nights before. Got to get a good workout in and everything, but just a little tired right now. But yeah, so I think I would say right now I don't think anyone's ever really ready to feel ready for doing chemo. I don't think anyone ever. I've tried to do as much as I can, and I've been struggling this past week with everything, but I'd say how I feel right now is I don't feel ready for chemo. I don't feel ready to do it. I don't want to do it still. Right now I look at it as like a temporary ally. It's not something that I would, chemo's not my best friend here. It's not someone I want to hang out with, be besties, but it's a temporary ally with the Western medicine world as a temporary ally to go this route. I don't want to do it. I've heard so many stories out there of everything with good news, natural ways here and there. But everybody's story is different, and everybody goes through the process of anything like this differently. So, yeah. So I really, yeah. It's really weird because I feel like I've been living my best, healthiest life now for sure, more than ever, and I feel like Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for logging in. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. Just, I appreciate, if you want to just come and say hello. Hi guys, my name's John, and I'm going through a journey of cancer healing, and so that's what this video is about. So, hey everybody. Yeah, so all the people that so all my friends and family and those who are just joining to see what's going on here, welcome. But I'm doing bleomycin, etoposide, and cisplatin chemotherapy. They call it the gold standard. I'm sure they call it a lot of names to make it sound really great. But I've had a lot, I have like major trust issues in life in general, but I've also even had more trust issues with the medical system and the Western medicine system. So, that's just how it is. And, but so that's made it harder. It's definitely made it harder for me to do this stuff. I wish I didn't have to work so hard, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that feel that way if they're going through something similar. But I just feel like I've had to work. I wish I didn't have to work so hard to get good answers and reliable answers or information, because they don't tell you stuff, or like, and I'm sure it's not every single hospital around every state of the country, but so it's an odd thing. It feels really odd to me to know that I'm now living even healthier than I ever been living before. But it feels a little late in the sense that, like, it's good to do it now and keep doing it for the rest of my life, but it's a weird, odd contradiction to know, like, oh yeah, I have this like one thing, I have this like metaphorical leprosy, so to speak, of, my body needs to, clear the cancer. And it's like, I've changed so much stuff these past 2.5 months, lots of transition, and it's I don't know if any of you guys out there in the comments there, have been through cancer, or have a loved one who's been through cancer, or some type of cancer treatment, or but yeah, so it's, I think my sister's really, like, from what I've heard, it sounds like my sister's definitely struggling, and my mom, like, I've seen my mom, she's definitely had moments of struggling a lot. My dad, I feel like my dad is struggling. It just, I guess it makes sense in certain moments why he'd try to hide it. He doesn't want me to see him, like, not having an easy time with this. I mean, he shouldn't be. I mean, nobody here should be having an easy time. This isn't something that you just blow off. I'm like, yeah, not a big deal. But anyway, guys, so for all the people that have been following me since I even started doing this, found out about this YouTube live thing, which was just 5 days ago. Woo, awesome. 5 days ago, I've started doing this. But everyone that's been following me back in December to now, I've been texting, and trying to keep people in the loop of what's happening. This is just for you guys to try to sort of be in on the journey with me in real time, at a later date, if you see this video. So here's what my day looks like. Let me explain my day, because I don't want to bore people too much. What my typical day right now looks like is, well, first of all, I want to say that none of it involves fun. So that doesn't always feel great, but it doesn't involve fun. It involves things that I enjoy, things that I value, things that I think are important, in certain respects, like health and, learning or growing in some way, mentally, emotionally. But in terms of relationships and people and interactions and being with friends and or doing something in a group, that's not part of my life right now. But what is part of my life, and maybe, Lord willing, that can change here sooner than later, when I start driving more frequently and getting places again, because of the panic disorder struggle that I have, my day looks like, what my day looks like right now, typical day is I get up, some days I feel a little depressed in the morning, like I don't want to get up right away. And some mornings, I get up right away and, take some supplements, do a keto mojo thing where I check my blood glucose and my ketone levels to start figuring out like the patterns of all that to figure out. And then the day before that, I probably had at least gone 16, 18 or 20 hours of not eating. That doesn't happen every single day, but I've been getting better at that. But yeah, here's where I'm walking. I don't know if you guys can see where I'm walking. Woohoo! Look at that. This beautiful neighborhood. Yeah, it's great. I live in a big neighborhood. Big with not like lots of houses, but it's one of those nice areas where you could just bike, you can walk, you can have a really nice peaceful walk. There's I hear no traffic, so I live in a really great spot. I'm really grateful to live out here in Estacada, as some people don't know how to pronounce it, but it's just Estacada. Grew up in Clackamas, so I was only like 20 minutes away from here in Oregon. The green state of Oregon. Yes, anybody who's never been in Oregon, this is the green state of Oregon. Look at all these trees. Woo! Look at those beauties. Look at those trees. Yeah, trees everywhere because it's awesome. I don't hug trees, but I like them a lot. They're great. Great trees are great. They're also good for oxygen and breathing better and fresh air. So they did some like mental health study on it or something like back in the day, and some city had like no trees and they planted trees, and all of a sudden in like 6 months there was like a bunch of people's health was increasing or something. It was interesting. Anyway, so my day looks like, I'll keep this short so people don't have to, people have busy schedules. So basically try to keep this under 15 minutes. So in the next 2.5 minutes, try to explain everything here is that supplements, get up in the morning, check my glucose and ketone levels, get showered and stuff. I try to right now my current goals are to try to work out and get all my get about 8,000 to 10,000 steps of walking usually in a day. That's usually the goal, unless I miss a day or something. That's why I'm out walking right now doing this. So my goal for all my physical activities to kind of like work out and get my steps in before 3 o'clock or get all done before 4 o'clock. Because they say that, I've been learning that from this guy Brian Johnson, that your heart rate and your sleeping can be a lot better if you do a lot of those like heavier impact activities, working out or running or whatever it is, and get all that done before 4 o'clock. So that's what I'm working towards as part of my schedule throughout the day, is to work out or get in the sauna, the dry heat sauna, either or one of those, and work out and walk and do all that before 4 o'clock. So that's part of my goal throughout the day, is before 4 do that. This past week has been a little bit irregular because of just preparing for chemo, and I've been like cleaning out my room to like make it more health conscious and spacious. And then we finished working the room, the guest room, into a health room, which I guess in my next video I can show you guys what that turned out to look like. Looks good. I'm grateful for it. It's gonna be really helpful, and it's just a place to focus and take care of my health, and anyone else in the house, they can use it too. So that's also good for everyone. So everyone wins there. Yeah, and then so my goal also throughout the day is to eat only 2 meals, just 2 meals, and I 22 meals, but then I want to make sure it's within a certain window of time, so I try to eat between like 4 to 6 hours of a eating window throughout the day, so I can try to get 18 to 20 hours of not eating and trying to get my body back in a ketosis state, higher ketones, because I guess that all helps with cancer, reducing cancer environment stuff in the body. So helps the body clean out the garbage, and take out the garbage, so to speak, and help the body regenerate better. So anyway, and then some mornings I've been getting better at just trying to read scripture verses. I read a book called Chris Beats Cancer. So it's a little devotional sort of like someone who's a Christian who's also been through cancer themselves, and it's been really relatable. And I agree with a lot of things, and it's been nice. But yeah, so yeah, so that's also part of my day at times, and then doing that in the morning, and then might text somebody, might call somebody. Sometimes that happens, which is a whole part of the relationship thing, and people that's Lord willing can get better throughout my week, involve more people, and whether it's phone calls or something, or being in person, even if that's possible. But yeah, sometimes I'll run into neighbors here while I'm walking, talking. This guy named Brian, he's got an English accent. He's a British man. But he also went through cancer. I had colon cancer. Anyway, I don't want to ramble here, or too much. But yeah, so that's typically my day, and then I try to go to bed around. My ideal day is getting my stretching in as well, going to bed hopefully around 11, before 12, usually before 12 for sure, and then waking up at like about, usually it's 8 right now, so that time frame's really been good for me, and has been way better. And then my dad just got me this hat, woohoo, 250-year anniversary. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, bam. But yeah, so I guess that's it. And chemo starting tomorrow, and I'm gonna wake up at 6 o'clock, which sucks. And I don't look forward to potentially not getting as much sleep again tonight, because I'm getting up even earlier than I would normally do, just so I can get over there in Portland at the waterfront. Yeah, so early appointment tomorrow for the first infusion, and I don't feel ready. I feel nervous. I feel a bit numbed out, knowing there's just a lot in front of me, and it makes me wonder, like, what, like, God, like, Lord Jesus, what were the children of Israel feeling? If I could imagine myself looking up in the air and seeing, 50, 100-foot water walls of water right above me, and be like, whoa, there's this like path being created down there. There's like a path, there's like a road. It's like a road down here. And all of a sudden there's a road appearing, and I can see there's a way being provided for me, but this way that's being provided for me is pretty scary, because it has these giant walls of water on both sides, and the path forward, I can't see it yet because I'm not close enough to see the other side of this path as I'm starting. But I can look back and be like, oh, I know what enemies are chasing me behind me. So there's going back, and there's going this way that I've never been. And it makes me wonder how terrifying it really was. I know that it's really easy for me, or probably any of us, to not really imagine, to slow down enough and imagine what the children of Israel are dealing with. Or even in a moment like that. Like, I mean, witnessing that would just be unbelievable. Like, it'd be like, wow, like it'd be overwhelming. In fact, I'd be overwhelmed to see that in real time happen. But then to have to not just witness that miracle that Jesus did, but to actually walk through that space, to actually walk through, to go into that area and that space where they were. That's just like, yeah, like I feel like I would have a panic attack before going in to the unknown of the dry ground and the Red Sea. Like, we all, it's easy to make it sound like it was a piece of cake and it wouldn't have been too hard for them to do it, but like, I'm sure it took them like, I don't know, like an hour at least, a good solid 60 minutes of them walking. Especially, the ground would have to be definitely dry. If it was even not partially dry, it would have been even harder to walk there. But yeah, I don't know, just I feel like that's how I would feel, like, with what I'm going through now is what they would have been feeling in some way, to know that the Lord provided a way. There's a way to go. It's just in a very unknown space. It's very, it's very uncertain, right in the middle of it. So anyway, that's all I have to say for now. And that's what I got for today. And I cleaned up my room. It looks really good. I like how it looks. I like how it feels. So that felt nice, to try to control the things that I can and try to trust the Lord more with all the things that I can't control. But I'm willingly choosing to do this chemo. I don't feel like I got a yes or no from God. I don't feel like I heard Jesus tell me yes or no with any of this stuff. So I feel like I'm just, okay, Lord, like this is what I'm going to do. And help me find you, Lord Jesus, help me find you in the midst of this, and provide my mom, my dad, my mom's husband, and my sister what we need, Lord, and those who participate, Lord, with me here in this process, that you just bless them and show them, Lord, more of yourself through my experiences that I'm going through. And yeah, so anyway, guys, so I'll talk with you another day, and see you soon. Peace. Peace. It's gonna stop. I told this.